Hey all of you beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm May and I just talk about the things I like. Happy New Year to everyone. I truly hope you had a wonderful holiday and got the relaxation you needed. I wanted to do something small for my first video of 2023 since I wanted to expand the content of my channel and find new ways for videos to come out faster. Although that's not guaranteed because I am in college and my life is currently a mess. But I thought it would be fun to rewrite the first episode of the new series that came out earlier this month, Velma. I have seen the discourse over the new show and I have a lot of opinions as well, but overall what I think about the show is that it's mediocre. It's not the best show, but I don't think it's the absolute worst either. There are some things I don't like about the show, but I believe it has potential story-wise. I don't know, it just feels like a repeat of High Guardian Spice, but worse. The animation for Velma is good though, so I will give it that. Just like with my miraculous redesign, I wanted to rewrite Velma as if I was in charge of the product. But this time, I'm not going to full on write out every single detail. I'm just going to tell you what I came up with and explain it along the way. It's nothing I'm taking seriously, it's just all in good fun. All I ask is that no one sends any hate towards anyone working on the show. The only major thing I'm going to mention before I get into the rewrite is that I created this rewrite as if this show was on Cartoon Network and not an adult show. I don't know why, I just felt like this was fitting. Maybe it's because Scooby-Doo has always been on Cartoon Network, Boomerang, child-friendly channels. So we open with Velma writing a story on a typewriter because I feel Velma writing her story on a typewriter is very fitting to her character. She introduces herself and lets the audience know that this is her perspective on how the mystery gang was formed. Then it flashes to Velma in high school. She's walking down the halls and seems to be content, but she looks at the other kids and they all have their friend groups and they all seem to fit in. While she's looking at them, they also look at her, maybe whispering to each other, they're like, oh, she's weird and all this stuff. So Velma looks away, trying to ignore them, but deep down you could tell that it bothers her and she is visibly upset. She even spots Daphne in a corner talking to the popular girls at school, and Daphne glares at Velma and Velma just looks off and scoffs, saying whatever. Throughout Velma's life, she has always been the odd one out, but when she got to high school, everything is just different because everyone has a place to belong, whether you're a sporty kid, an artsy kid, or just a popular kid. But Velma just didn't fit in any of these categories. She was alone for a while until she met her friend, Norville. Norville is her first and only friend at Crystal Cove High. The two are extremely close because, in their own ways, they are both weirdos trying to fit in at this school. The two are walking to their lockers and they're talking, just catching up with each other. And when Velma opens up her locker, Brenda's lifeless body is found. And everybody is horrified at the sight. Everyone's freaking out, no one knows what to do, and eventually a student calls for help. When help arrives, Velma is immediately arrested as a suspect. As Velma is escorted out of the school with handcuffs, everyone is looking at her, they're angry, casting judgments, even calling her names. But Norville is the only person to try and beg that she was innocent, but alas, the cops take her into custody anyways. At the police station, Velma is nervous about what is to come. The cops come in to question Velma, asking her why Brenda was found deceased in her locker. So Velma starts to plead to the cops that she is innocent and is willing to find a way to prove it. Since the cops do not have any decisive evidence that Velma committed the crime, they decided to strike a deal with her. They tell Velma that they will let her off the hook if she can prove her innocence, giving her a week to show someone else was capable of this murder. So upon hearing this, Velma is shocked because, of course, she wouldn't know how to prove her innocence anyways. She watched a lot of murder mystery shows but has never solved a mystery herself. But since she wanted to prove her innocence, she accepted the deal. When she gets home that night, she goes to her room and sits at her desk and sighs. She's just trying to relieve the stress of what happened that morning. She spots a picture of her mother and picks it up to inspect it. She immediately is filled with sorrow and whispers that she wishes her mom was there. She then gets a call from Norville asking if she is okay. The two talk for a bit and Velma opens up about her situation. Norville offers to help Velma find proof of her innocence, but she declines because she does not want to drag her friend into her situation. She's nervous, but she thinks it's the best decision. So Velma will start to cut class at school to try and find information. She writes down possible suspects, but realizes that it's probably a dead end. The days are passing by and still she finds nothing. On the day she cuts class to investigate, her anxiety rises as she fears the worst possible thing. She starts to lose focus and starts to feel jittery and can't seem to calm down. She finds a corner and sits there as she starts to hyperventilate. She's alone, she's scared, and does not know what to do. Then she feels someone's hand on hers. She doesn't look up, but she knows who it belongs to. She starts to feel a bit calmer and her breathing starts steadying back to normal. She looks at Norville and tears start to flow down her cheek. Norville stays quiet and hugs her until she is okay again. The two eventually get up and Velma tells Norville that she is running out of time and that she needs help finding evidence. Norville, always being a supportive friend, gladly accepts. Yeah, I'm not doing the Norville has a crush on Velma thing. I just see these two as having a strictly platonic friendship and nothing more. So the two keep on searching and target some of the girls in Daphne's friend group. They decided to interrogate a few of them to hopefully get some answers. One of the suspects, Krista, mentions that the last time they saw Brenda was at Spooner's malt shop and she was alone with Fred Jones. This new information leads to something bigger for Velma and Norville. With this clue, they knew exactly what they had to do, and it starts with a little visit to the Jones mansion. That's all I have for the first episode. Maybe when season 1 is over, I can continue this rewrite, or not, just depending on how I feel. But I want to know what you think of the Velma series. Do you absolutely hate it, or do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to know when I post another video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Also, follow my Instagram. I usually post updates there as well as the art for my videos. The link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.